Hi there. How are you today? It's time to talk about our poetry booklets that we're putting together. Last week, we started out our poetry study of Love That Dog, and we are going to read lots of poetry in the middle of that book. I also encouraged you to begin writing acrostic poems. Now, acrostic poems are poems that can go either down or across, and they don't really have to have a rhyme. And they can have as many words in them as you would like. You can choose any subject you like, even your own name. They gave us some examples of acrostics in your little booklet that's put behind Love That Dog, the worksheets for Love That Dog. They wrote one called Cookie. And acrostics is where you take the first letter of a word and write a phrase for it. So cookie read, crunchy, munchy. Oh, so sweet. Oodles of chocolate and nuts. Kids love them. I like to eat them hot from the oven. Everyone waits for them to cool. Man, we've eaten too many cookies at Miss Brown's house lately. But that makes me want even more. These are acrostics. Now, at the back of your booklet, you should have a page. And this page is going to show you how I'm going to end up grading your poetry booklets after you have written all of your poetry. Did you know you're becoming a poet and didn't even know it? It's happening right before our eyes. So your acrostics, if you wrote one acrostic last week, you got 4 points, okay? If you wrote 2, you got 5 points. If you wrote 3 acrostic poems, you got 6 points. And what's going to happen, the more of these you write, the more points you get at the end. So you want to write as many as you can, okay? We've only done acrostic this far. Now, let's talk about what is expected of you in this project. Eventually, you are going to make a poetry book cover. There will be a table of contents with the titles of your poetry. You will add illustrations or artwork. Now, this can be artwork that you personally draw, or it can be things that you cut out and paste or find on the computer and print off. You will be graded for spelling. You will be graded for neatness and written work and that it's turned in on time. And at the end, we'll add up all of these points, and that will be your poetry booklet grade. Now, let's talk a little bit about neatness. Oftentimes, people choose to type their poetry out so that it looks nice and neat. And that's when they'll do some clip art or some different pictures off the internet to put around their poetry. I remember one year that someone did a poem about Fortnite, and they actually printed off some pictures of Fortnite characters, and it was all over the page, and it looked fantastic. So neatness counts. If you choose to handwrite your poetry, please make sure you are writing in the neatest, most possible way so that you get full credits on neatness. You also want to have titles on the top of your pages. And so your titles should have quotation marks around them. So acrostic poems were begun last week. If you did not write very many, or you would like to write extras, it says that if you write 4 or more, you get bonus. If you would like to do that, you are welcome to. Just make sure that the final copy is neat, spelled correctly, and has some pizzazz with some illustrations. Today, we're talking about sin cane poems. So if you find your booklet in the back of your reading binder, go in and grab that little packet and let's discuss. I'm going to upload a few videos to help you further understand sin cane, but let's talk a little bit about it before you get started. Sin means 5 in French, and a sin cane poem is a special kind of 5-line poem with a very strict and specific form. So you want to follow exactly what it says on your booklet page. Line 1 is one word. It's the subject of your poem. This word is a noun. Line 2, these are 2 words describing the title, These words are adjectives, words that describe the noun. Line 3 are 3 words. Are you seeing a pattern here? Line 1 was 1. Line 2 was 2. Line 3 is 3 words expressing action. These are verbs that tell what the noun in line 1 is doing or what it does. Separate the verbs with commas. Line 4 are how many words? That's right. 4 words expressing feeling, okay? This can be a short phrase or a series of words. And line 5, this is one word. You were going to say 5, weren't you? It's only one word, and it's another word for the subject. It's renaming it. This should be a synonym for the subject. There are some examples on the page, and I'm going to read you one. It says, cats. Independent, friendly, meowing, purring, sleeping. I love my cat. Feline. Perhaps you could write one about one of your pets. Last year, Miss Brown wrote a Cinquain poem, and it was entitled Students. Curious, inquisitive, listening, thinking, learning, like little sponges, scholars. Now, you're going to get the opportunity to write some Cinquain poems, and I can't wait to read them. Have fun with this. Make them nice and neat. Write 2, 3, 4, or more. It's up to you. Make sure you look at the videos for any more information that might help you. Get creative, guys. We're also going to do page 8 today in your Love That Dog notebook. Just one page today. And so you guys can get started on those. Have a wonderful day.